Something not normal is happening at Manchester United. Look closely. Beyond the chaos, beyond the messy performances, beyond the shaky moments, something far more powerful is growing. Not overnight success, not luck, not magic, but transformation. Deep, structural, invisible on the surface, yet impossible to ignore when you look deeper. Because in just 1 year, Ruben Amorim has changed Manchester United more than anyone expected, and more than critics want to admit. This is not the United of last season. This is not the United that collapsed every time someone scored first. This is not the United that mentally shattered after one goal. No, this United fights back. This United refuses to die. This United is learning to become dangerous again. And tonight, we're going to show you why. Stay with us, because by the end of this documentary, you'll understand exactly why something not normal. Before you understand what Amorim is building, you must understand what he inherited. Last season was not a team. It was a structure made of fear, fragile confidence, zero identity, zero fight back, zero trust between players. When opponents scored first, United collapsed every time. One goal became two, became three, became humiliation. City, Liverpool, Newcastle, Arsenal. Every big team smelled blood and tore United apart. It wasn't tactics. It wasn't injuries. It wasn't bad luck. It was mentality collapse. The moment United went 1-0 down, players dropped their heads. Shape disappeared. Structure vanished. The team psychologically melted. This was the real infection inside the club. And this is the disease Amorim had to cure. But healing a broken team requires more than tactics. It requires transformation. And Amorim's transformation started with something brutal and necessary. When Amorim arrived, he knew something instantly. Half the squad did not fit his system. Not physically, not technically, not mentally. His 3-4-3 demands intensity, intelligence, risk, and discipline. Some players could not survive in it, so he began the most important and most painful job: cleaning the squad. Not emotionally, not politically, but surgically. Deadwood. Cleared. Players resistant to new methods. Benched. Names too big for the system. Moved aside. Comfort zone players. Out. This is why the early months looked chaotic. Not because the system failed, but because the system was still searching for the right players. Like a machine missing the correct gears. Amorim wasn't destroying United. He was reprogramming it. And reprogramming always looks messy before it becomes powerful. But once the wrong pieces were out, he began rebuilding the right way. To outsiders, Amorim's football looks wild. Too many rotations, too many risks, too many moving parts. But what looks like chaos is actually one of the most disciplined systems in modern football. His 3-4-3 is built on positional rotations, triangles everywhere, 5-lane attacking width, 2 box-to-box engines, high-line pressing triggers, a goalkeeper who plays like a third centre-back wing-backs that become wingers or midfielders depending on phase. When players don't fully understand it, the system looks broken. But when they understand it, it becomes one of the hardest structures to defend against. That's why in his first months, United looked chaotic, unstable, messy, inconsistent. But the more players adapt, the more the chaos becomes order, and suddenly, results began to reveal the truth. Last season, conceding first meant disaster. This season, it means nothing. Under Amorim, United repeatedly fight back. Draws become wins. Losses become draws. The mentality has shifted. You can see it in the reactions. After conceding, United become more dangerous, not less. This is not accidental. It is designed. Amorim trains mentality the same way he trains tactics. Controlled adversity drills, conceding on purpose training sessions, Mentality resets after transitions. Leadership triggers. Communication roles assigned to specific players. United are not perfect. They still collapse in moments. They still lose concentration, but they no longer die quietly. And soon, opponents began to notice what was happening. Sometimes your enemies recognize your power before your own fans do. Brighton's coach. This is not last Spurs coach. You can see the plan. They're building something dangerous. Arsenal players after the 1-0 win. That was one of the hardest United teams to break. Even commentators noticed United now hunt the ball in packs, press with purpose, and control moments instead of panicking. This is the clearest sign transformation is real. When rivals can feel it before the results prove it. And then the matches themselves revealed the truth. Every performance tells the story. Arsenal, Amorim's debut, 0-1 loss. On paper, a loss. In reality, one of the most controlled, intense, intelligent performances United delivered in years. Arsenal were nervous. Arteta admitted it. United were scary. Chelsea at Old Trafford. For the first time in months, United looked confident, structured, fluid, dangerous. The crowd felt it. Even neutrals felt it. Liverpool away, curse broken after 9 years. The match that defined mentality change. The place United never escaped alive from. Amorim broke the curse. Not through luck, through structure. Sunderland, clean sheet versus unbeaten side. A team Arsenal couldn't beat. A newly promoted side with momentum. United controlled them like a veteran top 4 team. Brighton, humiliated United, didn't just win. They dominated. Brighton were shocked by the intensity. Crystal Palace, away win. A stadium where even Liverpool and City struggled. Amorim won. These aren't coincidences. These are patterns, signs, signals. But to truly understand the journey, you must look at Sporting CP. This is not the first time Amorim has done this. At Sporting CP, Season 1, study, clean out the deadwood, identify who fits the system, painful but necessary. Season 2, title challenge, system becomes natural, players become machines. Season 3, dominance. Sporting didn't just win, they controlled every game. Manchester United are following the exact same blueprint. Year 1, cleaning plus rebuilding, happening now. Year 2, title push, coming. Year 3, dominance. The true peak United are in the painful beginning of success. It always looks messy before it looks powerful. So where does this journey lead? Right now, United are inconsistent, adapting, rotating, learning, evolving. But this is exactly what transformation looks like. The players who don't fit, gone or benched. The players who do fit, growing every week. New signings, still adapting, but showing future potential. The system, still glitching, but forming shape. The mentality, improving. Fightbacks, resilience, control. The identity, returning slowly. Something not normal is happening at Manchester United, because for the first time in years, United are building a future instead of surviving the present. So here is the truth. Manchester United are not back, not yet, but they are becoming something again. A team with identity, a team with mentality, a team with structure, a team with fear factor growing slowly, match by match. This is what Amorim always does. He rebuilds, he refocuses, he reforms, he restores fear. Give him time, back him, let the process breathe. Because something not normal is happening at Manchester United, and it might just be the beginning of the return of glory.